Boulder's Village is a massive fan-made expansion mod for Stardew Valley that introduces characters from Baldur's Gate 3 into a brand new village on the Stardew map. You'll find over 20 new NPCs, custom events, a whole new region, and even a fully fleshed out romance. That does mean you can marry Astarion.